Let me clean y'all off. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, you should be clean. Ugh. Ugh. Hey Frost, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Oh man. I'm doing good, Frost. Thanks for asking. I'm trying to get all the like ad stuff for my website figured out. We got all of the. We started running some Facebook ads, so hopefully, where's everyone? I don't know. They're probably. I haven't been streaming a whole lot lately, so they've probably been off doing their other things. But it's all right. Um. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, the goal is to collect enough data that I can start fixing my website. So, let's see. Purchase journey. Session start is 31. View product is 4. So 86% abandoned. 80% abandoned. 100%. Okay. So that'll hopefully work out soon. You're putting ads. I'm not putting ads on my website. I'm running ads on Facebook to get people to my website. So we're just looking at some of the analytics data to try to figure out where we can make some adjustments. Let's see here. Cool. Because I'm gonna look into running Google too, but I'm gonna figure out. Let me switch to this one. So yeah, that's what we're working on. Uh, yes, they are. I was literally just looking at the data. But what are you up to today, Frost? You're playing Minecraft Rip off website most of the day? Nice. That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. Uh, okay, hold on. Let's do this. Let's go over here. I'm gonna mess with this a little bit. So, um, okay, let's see here. Um, oh, come on. Um, hey Keith, how are you? And as y'all can tell, I sound horrible. Hercules, you hear him? Yeah, he's running around. Yeah, that's the dog. He's running around. Sorry, guys, I've been sick. I've been, um, um, Where's everyone? I don't know. It's very quiet. Well, I'm also not making art. I've been trying to get this permanent art stuff figured out. I have destroyed cubes, quite literally. Here's one of the cubes that I literally ripped in half. And then I've tried a couple of different cubing ones. So this one failed because, the epoxy drained out. So other than that, it looked really good. It's got a few little holes on here, but that would be pretty easy to fix with a top coat. So the actual epoxy part on the top is good, but this is not so much. So yeah, we're getting there. I've got one running right now. So this was just me putting the cubes on the table and then layering epoxy on top. And that worked really well. The one that I have over there now, I ended up using painter's tape. So I used painter's tape to tape around the edges and the bottom so that it basically creates like a cup, and so that it would hold the epoxy in. And the epoxy has a 24-hour cure time. So about 4 hours into that, I pulled the tape off. So we'll see how that turns out tomorrow. I might have to wait longer before I take the tape off, but at least I have this. I'm proving that it can work. It's just we've got to get the process right, and that's kind of the next project, is figuring out okay, first off, we need a top layer coat. That I also want to do some sort of coating on the sides, but we're making progress. But y'all can kind of see where it pulled the epoxy up, and I actually ripped up these cubes pretty bad. Because y'all can actually see some of the carnage is over here. So this was all the stickers that it pulled off the bottom of here. So this was like this. And pulled those stickers off here. And then this is the other half of this cube. It is fused onto the board. That's not coming off. Unless I rip the cardboard. But needless to say, epoxy is a very good bonding agent. Don't mess around with it. Okay. The other thing, so I put epoxy, or I didn't put epoxy, I put Mod Podge on this guy. It actually doesn't look that bad. Trying to see if I could create a internal coating or something. So why did I try to remove it from the board? Well, because I didn't want the cube to be glued to this cardboard. This cardboard was just what I laid on the table, and I was using it as a work surface. Forgetting that epoxy literally sticks to everything except for silicone and a few other random things. Did I just cut myself? I guess I did. I cut myself. What the heck? How did I do that? When did I do that? I did this today. I did that at Walmart. But, looks like I cut my finger. That's unfortunate. Yeah, the leaking was the first problem. So, the first problem was sticking it to this board. But the first problem was I didn't put enough epoxy on it that it all dropped to the bottom because of the leakage. And so I was like, okay. So my second attempt was me trying to pour more epoxy. No, hold on. First attempt was this one, which is, I don't even know where those cubes went, honestly. I put them somewhere. Oh, that's these. So this was the original. But the problem I ran into was that there wasn't enough epoxy to keep a coat on the top. It all seeped down into the cube. So then I decided I needed to use more epoxy, and then I realized I was leaking because it pulled out at the bottom. Although the top still looks good, there's all this waste. So that was when I was like, okay, I'm gonna try Mod Podging to create a barrier that could almost hold it in. And then I was like, hold on, the Mod Podge, yeah, I could do that, or I could just use painter's tape. And so I wrapped painter's tape around all the edges and the bottom. That worked really well. And so it's literally trial and error. Literally trial and error. But yeah, this is only held together with Mod Podge, which this will be my next cube test thingy. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, it didn't turn out bad. I just need to get the waste figured out. All this has got to be figured out. But for the most part, yeah, I mean, I could probably like sand this top part and we would be good to go. But yeah, epoxy's no joke, guys. If you're gonna use epoxy, make sure you know what you're doing. Because I certainly didn't, and I'm being schooled. But I have plenty of gloves. So I'm using gloves and doing this the smart way. Couldn't you just use a few dabs of super glue here and there where needed? Yeah, Laura, no, I'm trying to seal in the surface, like Keith said. Because I'm trying to make Rubik's Cube art. So the idea is eventually this would be 100 cubes. And I'm figuring out how to make this clear coating that will protect the stickers. Because I don't want the stickers coming off. That's kind of the concern at the moment, is that the stickers are going to come off. No, it looks really good. Like I said, like honestly, one more coat on this to just fill in the little bitty holes where it kind of seeped through, and this would be done. I mean, this is, the top looks great. I've got the top figured out. It's all this extra. So that's why I got the painter's tape. So we'll see if that works out tomorrow. Because honestly, with the painter's tape, that would help with these holes as well, because it's locking in that resin. So all this resin would still be on top, and it would still be cleared. There wouldn't be seepage. Yeah, I'll get like an X-Acto knife or something and cut the edges and probably have this as like a paperweight. But yeah, this one's this one, and then this is the Mod Podge. It doesn't look that bad, but I don't like how it has these little white spots kind of in the circles. Other than that, the Mod Podge doesn't look bad, because this gives you more of a textured look. And what I can do is, offer, if people do customs, I can offer them both options. I can say, look, you can get it Mod Podged, which gives you more of that texture, more of that feel of the actual cubes, but you're going to have to deal with little white spots. Or we epoxy it, it becomes glossy, And now you have a really nice piece. So really, I could give the option. No, I agree. I think the resin looks better. I agree. I think the epoxy 100% looks better. Um, but some people might want to see more of the texture and the detail of the cubes and not so much a high gloss finished product. Yeah, no, I like the glossy look. If I can get the epoxy to work, the epoxy is the route that I'm going to go. But I've got to get it right. And so I'm going to keep doing tests until I get the timing right. Because here's the other thing. You're not breaking this. I mean, this thing is freaking solid. Like, you're not doing anything to this. But yeah, I'll probably trim off the excess and then use this as a paperweight. But yeah, no, I like the shiny look. I think it looks nice. I think it gives it a nice glossy look. Gives it a nice little... And like I said, I could use this as a like sample. Be like, hey, look, you can get this or you can get this. Like, take your pick. I don't care which one. This is what I'm going to use by default. But if people don't like the overproduced look of the epoxy, then they can go for the Mod Podge. Like, that's up to them. And I could just give that as options and be like, look, here's... Because I also did it intentionally where you can see the colors. So funny, it's like flippeds. But I made it so that all 6 colors are visible on the front. So I can show you what every color looks like when you're looking at it. So even though these are technically failures, I think they're good for like giving examples. Like, hey, this is what it looks like when it's all said and done. When your piece is solidified, whatever, this is what you're looking at. But yeah. So yeah, sorry that I haven't been doing a whole lot of art, guys. I have been trying to get this process right. Every night this week, I have been working on this and trying to get the process just right. Like I said, I've got the epoxy other molds over here that I'm running because I'm testing the other. I think I pulled the tape off too early because I can tell that I'm getting some seepage, but it's not bad. I might have to leave the tape on there longer, which is fine. I took it off after 4 hours. I'll probably have to wait like 8 to 10 on my next try. But we'll keep trying until we get it right. Yeah, I don't know why y'all don't get the notifications. I need to figure that out. Because y'all should. I don't think it's a setting on my end. It's just, YouTube doesn't like to give all the notifications. And the good thing is it doesn't really add. I also weighed it. It doesn't add much weight, which is nice. Because I think I weighed this before, it was like 2.6 ounces. And then after, it was like 2.8. Actually, now that I have more resin on it, I need to weigh it again. Let me weigh it now, because I think I did it before I did the more epoxy. Let's see. $3.9. So yeah, this is 3.9 ounces. It's not bad. And you think about the excess, probably is an extra like 0.2 ounces. So what? 4 ounces for 6 cubes times 12 is 8. Hold on. So 4. So 12 is 8 ounces. You're looking at like a couple of pounds. It's not bad. Hey Alex, I'm doing good. I know, it's what I get for not live streaming, Keith. It forgets I'm a streamer. Well, like I said, I've been so busy. I want to live stream and do art, but I need to get this process figured out. Keith, I've also been thinking, I think for now, I'm probably going to shut down the Circle app because I'm not prioritizing creating the membership right now because I'm still learning how to make the art. And so I still want to do the membership at some point. There's no sense in me paying $50 a month if I'm not pushing people to that app yet. So we might go back to Discord for a while. But my hope is towards the end of the year, I can pick it back up once I've gotten some art. Because my thing is I want to go to some art shows, some art fairs, like learn what it looks like to go to some art shows, maybe live stream with you guys while I'm at some of my art shows. Oh yeah, I mean, Keith, ultimately I want to be on the Circle app because I think it'll foster community better. But I don't want to spend $50 a month if I'm not actively putting content over there. And that's just not my priority right now. My priority is selling the art. I need to get my name out there so that people sell my art, go to art galleries, try to get into some exhibits at like the library, like so on and so forth. So we're gonna get there. But yeah, I think I'm gonna shut that down and move us back to Discord for now, and then we'll revisit later in the year when I actually have hopefully some money coming in that I can actually spend on building up that membership. But I gotta get some sales for the art first. But yeah, so yeah. The other thing with the Mod Podge is you can see the brush strokes. Like you can see where the brush stroked to get the, try to get the lighting on that, right? So that y'all can kind of see the brush strokes a little bit there. Whereas the epoxy, I think the epoxy looks better. Vote, epoxy or Mod Podge? Which one do you like more? 1 or 2? Put a 1 in the chat if you vote for epoxy. Put a 2 in the chat if you vote for Mod Podge. Which one do you think looks better? 1 or 2? I want to know. 100% epoxy? Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Oh, Frost says Mod Podge. See, I think some people will like the closer, more personal feel of like being able to feel the texture of the cubes, like being able to kind of get that like Rubik's Cube feel, whereas some people just want to protect. This is going to provide the best protection for the art. Frost is confused. Oh man. But yeah, we're learning. We're gonna get it figured out. It's just a trial and error. Trial and error until we get it right. Now I will say this: the sides, that's rough. Like this is not looking great. So I'm gonna have to figure that out in some more of my testing. But at least for now, if I can get the top figured out, the sides we can figure out later. I think the sides is not needed for a MVP. You know, it's an MVP would be getting the front done right. This is gonna be hung on a wall. Why would someone want to get intimate with the cubes? Hey Keith, you never know. Some people got some weird fetishes, dude. You know, making love to Rubik's Cube art. You know, I'm just kidding. That's weird. But there are, I mean, I understand wanting to be able to like feel the texture. Like, if you're a tactile person like myself, being able to like feel and be like, oh, these are really Rubik's cubes. I could see some people maybe liking that. Because here's the other thing. I could make these as like paperweights and sell them for like $10. And people could buy just this. Either the Mod Podge or the resin version. But I could sell this as paperweight. I thought you were about to say 3D art pieces. No, not yet. We're not there yet. But yeah, I could easily make like a couple of Mod Podge ones. I could make a couple of epoxies. And these could be ones that people could just purchase. That's actually not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. Huh. The brain is braining, guys. I mean, heck, we could even use cubes to make like bookends, like to hold your books up or something. If I made a 3D mosaic, like a Minecraft block, it would be so cool. You know, I thought about doing like a creeper and doing a creeper out of Rubik's Cubes as a 3D sculpture. But that would be hard. Like, that would be hard. Well, maybe one day. Maybe one day. But another thing that I'm thinking about is doing. Um, oh, I just went blank. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something and I don't remember what it was. It'll come back eventually. It'll come back eventually. Oh. Um, what you got, Mason? What you got, friend? Podcast better hurry up, because I might be gone before he gets here. Buddy Clear, we're getting there. I was actually showing off. So, I did a test with just not epoxy, Mod Podge, which it's all right, but you can see a lot of the brush strokes, and I don't like how you can see like some of the white in the centers here. I think the epoxy looks a lot better. We're making progress. I'm fixing the spillage issue because that's a lot of waste, but the top looks decent for my first. I guess this was my second pour, but I would say it's not too bad. We're 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 the process is coming along. It's we're figuring it out. That's what I'm trying to say. But we have destroyed a lot of cubes in the process. So I actually ripped this cube in half on accident. I also ripped all of the stickers off of the bottom of these cubes because epoxy sticks to cardboard. Hi, love. Oh yeah, this is the other half of this cube. It's supposed to be right there, but it's not because the cube's falling apart.
Is this ready to touch or no?
No, not yet.
Okay.
We have to wait till morning. You can touch this one.
Oh, I didn't realize you did another one too.
That was my first one.
Oh, you redid the first one.
Yeah, because that was the one that
Yeah.
I determined that the pour needed to be contained. And so that's what that new one is, which is working decently well.
Yeah.
The painter's tape actually worked better than I expected.
Cool.
As long as I peel it off before it fully cures.
What happened
That's
here?
the goal. Experimenting is important, I agree.
Did it just not seep through there?
Yeah, I just didn't seep through that part.
Oh, okay.
And then, of course, I ripped the stickers off.
Right. Yeah.
On this one. So, yeah. Experimenting is the key. We're going to get the process right. I sent 2 of my permanent pieces. The Cheers, which is the champagne glass with the flutes, that I used Mod Podge on. I sent that one to be scanned. And then I also sent a non-coated Forbidden Love, which is my own piece that I made. So I took both of those to the scanner today, and I should get them back next week. They're going to do high-res scans for me.
I was not expecting this resin to be flexible.
Me neither. But it's probably just because it's thin.
No.
Do you have an X-Acto knife?
It's not, yeah.
Can I use it?
Yeah.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah.
Is it going to be too...
No, it's fine. You just were like rapid fire asking me questions.
Oh, okay.
I know exactly where it is. Look at it for you in a minute.
Okay, that would be great. That would be wonderful.
So what's this one?
Resin can be very flexible. Well, yeah.
Oh, this one is just Mod Podge?
Yeah, that's just Mod Podge. That was the one that I said I was going to do the bottom and the sides to try to do the container.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think that's going to work well. I think the tape is the better route. Because with the tape, it's not Mod Podge after the fact. Like,
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Please don't break it down.
I'm not.
Okay, I just didn't. I thought you were trying to bend it.
I wasn't trying to bend it. I was just feeling
Claire, you're excited for us. Why are you excited for us? Just because we're figuring out how to make art and doing crafting?
Can I compare these two?
Yeah. I like the epoxy more. Keith likes the epoxy more. I think that if people do like a custom piece, I'll let them choose.
Yeah.
If they want Mod Podge or if they want resin. But by default, I'll use resin. Or epoxy.
I don't know. They're very different, obviously.
Well, that's why I wanted to have them both as an option. Like, because with the Mod Podge, you have to be okay with a little bit of white that's in the centers. But it gives you more of that texture of the cube.
Right.
Like you can still feel the cube. You're not.
Yeah.
So I'll probably give this option. But another thing with creating these was I was thinking something that we could sell at the art shows would be just this.
That's a good idea.
Like a paperweight with just 6 cubes that people can just have.
That's a really good idea.
And have like Mod Podge versions and have epoxy versions that people can buy.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I like that idea.
I do too. So we'll see.
You could use the 100 mini cubes that you got that were not Gan brand for those.
True. That is true.
And you know what's cool?
What?
You could even do those with little designs on them.
That is true.
Like a little heart or an initial.
What I could do is do like a 3x3. Do a 9 and do like a little heart or a letter or
Yeah, you could.
something like that, and have this be like a $10 something.
Yeah.
You know, and have a couple of different letters, have a couple of different like color variations, and we could even do custom orders.
Yeah.
And ship to people. I don't know. We'll play with it.
If we had a quick way to seal them, it would be cool to be able to do custom, like, right in front of you kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
I mean, the only way probably that you would be able to do that would be like hot gluing it or something.
Right.
Which, I mean, if you're talking about a like $10 item, that might be good enough, you know?
Right. Well, I'm just thinking like, if I make those locally here, I could list them on the website and have different letter variants.
Yeah.
Like what I could do is create the 3x3 for letters and have one product for each letter color, but the variants would be each individual letter. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Or it might be even more simplified
To do letters and do colors.
Can I?
Sorry, go ahead.
It might be even more simplified to just have the 2x3 or the 3x3 as the product options, and then have like variations, like how you would choose the color of an item that you're wanting to buy on Amazon or something like that, where they could choose the letter color and the background color.
Right.
As just options or like notes on the item.
Right. Yeah, because these we could do like these for like
cool.
$10, and then do the 9x9s for like 20 or something.
15 even.
Yeah.
Or 8 and 15.
What?
8 and 15.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We'll play with it. We got ideas, guys.
That's cool.
We got ideas.
Yeah.
But yeah, an idea was born out of this. Because I was like, because this is actually pretty sturdy. I mean, obviously, if you put enough force into it, you'd break it.
Honestly.
But I also only did one layer.
Right.
And
it would be worth it to do another coat of the Mod Podge on that and then test the strength of it. Like, you would definitely want to test the strength of it before you sell it.
No, I agree.
Like, try to break it and see how easily.
I agree. Yeah, Memester agrees with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll test the. What I'll do is I'll do a coat on this side, since I didn't coat this side originally.
Yeah.
And then, because the thing is, this you're not breaking. There's no way.
No.
Like this, like I mean,
although I do hear movement.
Yeah, I mean it is moving. If you intentionally force it.
Granted, that's also the one that was already broken.
That's also true. That is also true.
But honestly, I think that I know that we're just experimenting with the epoxy, so there's learning curve. But comparing specifically these two, I prefer the Mod Podge.
No, I agree.
Because there's like the gaps where it seeps in.
Well, I would clear cut that. Like, that's an easy fix. That's just because there's still leakage. If it hadn't leaked, it probably would have.
But it's that way on this one too.
Yeah, I know. Again, trial and error.
Right, yeah, absolutely. I'm not.
We're gonna get it right.
Yeah.
Because I also want to see like what it would look like to like sand or buff or do stuff like that.
Let me
Like,
go grab that X-Acto knife.
thank you. We're making art, guys. We're making art. More layers, more strength. Exactly. So, Memester, are you still living in your dad's house, or did you move somewhere else?
X-Acto knife.
Cutting.
Since the epoxy is flexible, you might try just cutting it with scissors.
I want to do the.
Well, but try both.
Okay.
Though, I mean, and then this is a pad to put under it for the knife.
Not bad.
There's also different kinds of epoxy and resin. Oh, this is still goopy on the inside.
Yeah.
Feeling along the edge. It's on my fingers now. It's not fully cured.
Yeah, I mean, it's just past the 24-hour mark, so.
But yeah, there are other kinds of resin too.
Yeah, that's true.
That are hard.
This is specifically craft resin. Oh.
What?
I cut the edge of the, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't get into the crease. I got to the side of the cube.
Cancel that one.
Yeah, I would put it on it.
I know, I'm teasing. That's funny though. You gotta pay attention when you're using a sharp knife, love.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, well.
So set the knife down with the lid on it. Don't be waving it around.
Okay, look. I cut off the accent, well, most of it.
Excess.
But then I sliced it over here. Whoops. Pretty sure I sliced into the plastic, dude. I definitely got the sticker. I think I got part of the plastic. Anyways, but this is a good example of like, hey, this is what it looks like. You know?
Yeah.
And again, I think with a couple more iterations, I think we can get the process down. And figure out like what does this look like? Because that one looks better. It's still what?
I can see us setting up at a craft fair kind of thing, with like specifically with these and prints of bigger ones, and maybe like have a couple of bigger ones that are there available as well, but or on display, not for sale.
Well, and honestly, I think something like this would sell really well at an art show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
Not so much at an art show, I don't think, but like think downtown market day on the square kind of thing.
right.
Like,
I mean, even, yeah, a little bit of both.
I can't watch you use that knife.
Then don't.
You're so clumsy.
I'm not
That's
gonna hurt
scary.
myself, I promise.
Don't do that, because then you're even more likely to hurt yourself. And we have it on video, if you do.
Hmm. Hmm.
Also, I'm proud of you for asking if I have an X-Acto knife instead of just going on Amazon and buying one.
I figured you probably did. That's why I asked.
You're learning.
I am learning.
This would be the kind of thing that it would be nice to use your overhead camera for.
Yeah. Agreed.
Well, why aren't you using it then?
I don't know. I need to figure out how to. Not figure out, but I need to at some point look into, because the other cool thing would be live streaming us making these type of things.
Yeah.
Like doing a lot of that and like crafting these and cutting and doing all of all of that stuff. Would y'all like that? Less streams, so much of me making art, but crafting little things like this. So, do you think that we should, if this holds up strength wise, you think we should sell both?
I think that we could test both initially and just kind of see which one does better.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think that if you were to sell both as different options, then you would. I think that they would need to be the same price.
Right.
And also, you're getting into the realm of too many variables.
True. I agree.
If you have like
I think
custom
this one.
design option kind of thing, and then a finish option as well, that's getting too complex as far as, you know, having ready-made stuff available.
Right.
Because what if somebody is like, oh, I really love this red K with the blue background, but I want it in the Mod Podge instead of the epoxy. Well, I'm sorry, that we only have that one available in the Mod Podge right now. Well, I don't know.
Well, I mean, that goes into, we could do custom orders.
Right.
And just ship it to people.
Yes, I know, but you're going to be more likely, like, thinking about at a show like that, you're going to be more likely to make the sale if they can walk away with it right then.
Agreed.
And if this is the only finish option, or if this is the only finish option, then they're not going to be like, oh, well, I don't know. I can't decide which one I want. If there's less options, they're going to be easier decision making on the part of the customer.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to go finish clearing off the bed and lay down.
Okay, sounds good. Love you.
Love you too.
See you later.
You need to take your trash out.
Okay. But yeah, guys, we're figuring it out. One step at a time. Yeah, podcast. I have a silicone mat over there when I'm doing the molds. So yeah, you can look and see the blue. That blue mat is silicone, and I have that mold there that's drying right now. So yeah, I'm using a silicone mat. We're doing it. We're doing it. But I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty cool. Suggestions, few things my sister used when she did resin crafts. Yeah, thanks, podcast. I appreciate it. Well, welcome in, Rans. Thanks for the subscribe. We appreciate it. We primarily make Rubik's Cube art here, but I've been experimenting with different epoxy coatings, Mod Podge, trying to find ways to make my art more permanent. And so that's kind of what we're working on right now is getting all of that figured out, designed, all of that stuff. Sorry for the horrible grammar. Ah, you're good. I knew what you meant, podcast. I knew what you meant. But yeah, I'm very happy with how things are turning out. Hey, Cubic Art, how are you? It's been a while. Congrats on the viral short. Thank you, friend. Yeah, that short has gotten me like about 17,000 subscribers now, I want to say. And it's starting to pick back up again. Just the last couple of days it's been picking up. So but yeah, we're doing good. Um, just remember, because they're individual cubes, depends on how big the piece is going for. You need to add at least 3 to 4 layers if you're doing one of your full mosaics. Yeah, I'll figure it out, Memester. And the crazy thing, Memester, is even the last week or two, like I haven't done like very much of anything the last like week or two because I've been focused so much on this and trying to get this stuff figured out that I haven't been focusing on making shorts. But I'm still getting subscribers. I got my weekly recap. I think I got 1,500 new subscribers just last week. Let me go back to my. Hold on, let me look at my count real quick because I can actually tell you. So we're at 21,664. Today's the 8th. On the 11th, which would have been a week ago, we were at 19,805. So in a week, we've gone over 1,800, almost 2,000 new subscribers in a week. And then 11th back to what, the 4th? 19.8. Okay. And then the week before that, I did like 900. And then the week before that, 18.9. 18,158. And that was like 800. So yeah, we're going up. I have a lot of shorts on the channel, so more shorts equals more views, more subs. Yeah, but memester, the crazy thing is, none of my other shorts are really getting views. Like, almost all of the viewership is from Philippines. Like, being straight. Because I have this long form video. This is the Hangout. Okay, so the Philippines short in the last 48 hours has gotten 48,000 views. The next short was the Texas Rangers. In the last 48 hours has gotten 319 views. And then from there, there's like 2 or 3 that have gotten about 70, a couple that have gotten 40. And that's in 2 days. Like, there's not a whole lot of views outside of the Philippines one. Sorry, guys. I tooted. I had gas. I'm sorry. I had to let it out. But yeah, the Philippines flag right now is getting about 1,400 views every 60 minutes. So that's doing me real well. And that's at what? It's now at 2.2 million views. No, it's still okay. It's 2,155,000. That can't. I thought it was higher than that because I thought it was higher than that yesterday. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Anyways, I've made $11 off the Philippines video, so let's go. Sorry, Keith. I'm sorry, memester. So according to this, we should be at 25,000 subscribers by April 1st. Which, if that's the case, then 25,000 in the first quarter. We just have to get 25,000 every 3 months to get 100,000 by the end of the year. I'm sorry, Keith. We're also almost at 3.5 million views for the entire channel. 3.5 million. And we're really close to 100,000 likes. Interesting. You want to see that silver plaque on the wall? We'll get it. We'll get it. It'll just take time. Uh, Ta-da! But yeah, we'll keep playing with this. Because I think we've got the right idea here. I think we're on to something. Do I need a gas mask? Yes, I do. I'm sorry, Meanster. So I'm gonna try to do a live stream tomorrow night, and I think we're gonna do. We had designs for St. Patrick's Day, and clearly we didn't do them, but I figure we can still post them after the fact. So I think we're gonna do some March St. Patty's related things. Okay, well, guys, I think with that, I'm gonna get off and go get ready for bed. Be praying that I figure out this. We're getting really close. We just gotta try the process a couple more times to get it right. Yeah, Mister, I hope to stream tomorrow. We'll see. Hopefully, work doesn't wear me out too bad. But I love you guys, and I shall talk to you all later. Have a good night.